Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, thank you guys so much for stopping by, and if you are not new here and you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today I am basically going to just talk about some things that you can do to become the best version of yourself this year, because 2023 is like a year. I know we're all kind of like in a space where we're looking to have a better year than last year, and we all want this to be our year. Like, we all want this to be a good, prosperous year for ourselves. So here are some things that you guys can do to help you guys achieve that goal and to be the best you can possibly be in 2023. If you're interested, keep on watching. All right, so the first thing that I think is so important when it comes to like developing yourself and becoming the best version of yourself is having a plan for your life, honestly. So I feel like we all kind of like get into like the New Year's resolutions, but it's really hard to stick to those sometimes because we don't really have a plan. Like, we just have a goal. Like, let's say you want to lose 20 pounds and you just say, I want to lose 20 pounds. You don't really have a plan for how you're going to lose the 20 pounds. You know what I mean? So like, one of the biggest things that you need to do this year or any year for you to be able to reach any goal that you have for yourself is to make a plan for how you can execute that and like get to that goal. So for example, one of my biggest goals this year is to grow my YouTube channel. And I could honestly say I want to grow my YouTube channel, which I've been trying to do for a long time, but I really had no plan for how I was going to do that. So I was kind of like failing at it, you know? And so like, now it's like, I know like if I want to get to this many subscribers, or if I want to get to like be monetized, or if I want to get to like just any goal, I know I have to post. And then I can say, well, I want to post 2 times a week. Then I could say, okay, for me to be able to post 2 times a week, I'm going to film this day, edit this day, post this day. And that just makes it like I can actually get to my goal because I know what I have to do. If you just say like, I want to do something, and you have no way of like telling yourself, I need to do this in order to do this, I need to do this in order to get here, like, that's what's going to help you get to your goal, because you know what steps you need to take to achieve that. You know what you need to do when you need to do it to be able to get to that goal. All right, the next thing that I think is super duper important is to surround yourself with good people, positive people that motivate you and make you a better person, positive people that influence you in the best way. I think we've all heard the saying that you are the sum of the 5 closest people to you, and that's really true. Like, I'm not saying like everything that your friends do you're gonna do too, because you are your own person, but hanging around certain people, good or bad influence, will rub off on you eventually. It might not be everything that they do, but their characteristics, their traits, their habits are going to rub off on you. Just like in the Bible it says, bad company corrupts good, or I'm sorry, in the Bible it says bad company corrupts good morals, or something along those lines. Like, you are the company that you keep. You want to surround yourself with people who are positive, who are going to shed like a good light onto you, who are going to like make a positive impact in your life, like encourage you to do better, motivate you to do better. They want to do good for themselves. So being around that person essentially will help you to do better, because you guys are bouncing off of each other. Just like if you're like wanting to be like super motivated this year, you want to get up and go to the gym, and you have a friend who just like, yeah, let's go, we'll be workout partners, you know? And then every day you call them, I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it today. So they're never going. You can either like, you can still choose to go, but then that might rub off on you. Like, maybe I'll skip a day 2. Maybe I won't go to day 2, and it becomes a habit, you know? And that's just like an example. That's like a silly example. But like, if you're hanging around people who's stealing all the time, eventually you're going to think about stealing. No cap. Like, even if you're like, I would never steal, if you're in a store and you see your friends taking stuff and they're getting away with it every time you're going to the store, eventually you're going to try to steal something. Unless you just have really good self-control and it's just like wired in you, like, I can never steal, like, that will start to rub off on you. Or just like if you're around people who like to gossip, eventually you're more likely to start to gossip too. You'll start to develop a gossipy spirit, because that's what you're surrounded by. If you're surrounded by people who are mean to people and talk stuff about people, you continue to be around that will become you. That will be, you're the sum of the people around you. That's just, it is what it is. So you want to surround yourself with people who are going to be positive and motivate you to be the best that you can be, to do everything you can to be the best version of yourself, because they also want that for themselves, and you want to also be that good positive influence for them. You want to be someone that people want to be around because you make them a better person as well. Not saying you have to use people for what they can do for you, but you want to be around good energy, like positivity, motivation. Like, let's get around people who want to make some money, who want to go to church if that's your thing, who want to go to the gym, who want to start a business if you want to start a business. Like, get around like-minded people and people that are already where you want to be. If you want to start a business and you have a friend who's successful in starting a business, or they're successful in something in that sort, being around them, they can motivate you, they can help you, they can guide you to where it is you want to be. Now, if you want to start a business and you're surrounded by people who really, like, they don't have no interest in starting a business, they have no interest in entrepreneurship, there's nothing wrong with being around that, but that's not going to help you to get to where you're going to go. The next tip that I have is really, really important, and I feel like sometimes we don't do the best job at this, and that is taking care of our mental and emotional health. Like, there has been some times where I have been at the lowest of lows. This year has brought me so low, and it seems like sometimes it's like one thing after the other. Like, you know how they say, like, when it rains it pours? Like, sometimes we can feel like that because it's like there'll be something going on all the time. Like, for me, like, being like breakups, car crashes, I lost a baby. Like, it's just like sometimes it'll feel like there's so much going on, and it gets overwhelming. Even if it's not something drastic, even if it's just like you're feeling depressed, or you have anxiety, or like you're having trouble with your grades or work or anything, that can really weigh on you a lot, especially if you really don't get help if you need it. So me, I started to go to therapy. And therapy definitely was helping. I definitely want to look into like other forms of therapy, because I feel like the therapy I was going to was not very effective for me. But I did realize that it did help me to realize certain things that were hurting me, even things that I did not think were still affecting me as an adult, things that I thought I had let go of, or things that I thought literally held no weight in my life anymore, were still manifesting in my life in different ways. For example, growing up, I did not have my dad physically present in the home. He moved to a different state, and I barely saw him. And so I didn't really get to have that presence of him in my life. And I thought I was okay with that until he had more children recently, now that I'm an adult. And just seeing him be like a good parent to those kids, it hurt me. And I realized, like, I was hurting because that's what I wanted for myself, and I'm seeing that he is capable of that, but it wasn't for me, it was for someone else. And that's not to say like I hold anything against my dad or anything, but I realized that was affecting me as an adult, and I needed to get help so that I wasn't walking around harboring anger and pain. And a lot of times we do walk around harboring anger and pain because we don't realize the gravity of how much these things actually affect us to this day. It'll be things you think you let go of, or that you feel like you could just push to the back of your mind and not think about it. But like, even if you're not thinking about it consciously, you're subconsciously still harboring those things, and it's going to manifest in different ways of your life. Just like with me, I thought that I was okay not having my dad around. Keep in mind, I grew up with a wonderful mom, wonderful stepdad, but I always felt a void of not having my dad there. And I realized, like, looking back, I never was alone. Like, I always was seeking male validation, whether it's staying in relationships way too long, relationships I knew weren't going anywhere, knew weren't for me. I would date anybody who would give me attention. Like, I wanted the attention from wherever I could get it, because I was hurting. I was needing that validation from a male because I didn't have that. You know what I mean? And so those things definitely don't just go away. So it's so important to take care of your mental health. And even if it's not something deep like that, like, even if you're just feeling sad or feeling upset about something, like, take care of your mental and emotional health. Make sure, like, if you need help, get the help. If you need a personal day, a self-care day, take that. Like, take care of you and be very self-aware and open and honest with yourself, so that you can, like, realize what your pain points are, like, where you're struggling and how you can fix it. It doesn't always have to be therapy. It could be, talking to your mom, your dad, your boyfriend, your cousin, uncle, brother, whatever. It could be like getting around other people, going to church, just find something that can help you so that you're not walking around harboring things that are going to hinder you. This next one I really love, and I'm trying to do better at myself, and that's taking care of your physical appearance. And that could be a broad spectrum of things. So when I say taking care of your physical appearance, I don't mean to look any certain or particular type of way. I just mean taking care of yourself in the way that best suits you. Like for me, I want to stay fit. I want to, dress nice. I want to do my makeup, and that's just me. I like feeling good, and I feel good when I look good, So I want to take care of my physical, like my physical health, because I want to feel good. Like I'm running after babies and stuff. I'll be running around with my kids and I can barely breathe. Like I have to be in shape, I want to take care of my physical health in the sense that like I want to go to the gym. I want to work out more. I just want to be physically fit because that makes me feel good, That's not me saying I want to lose weight, because I really don't want to lose weight. I actually like the weight that I have, but I want my body to look good and I want to feel good. And also, like, for me personally, I like when my hair is done. I like when my nails are done. I like when I get up and get myself ready. But that is because when I take care of my physical appearance, so first was my physical health, now my physical appearance, I am able, for me, this is just me. I'm not saying everybody's the same. I'm not saying everybody has to feel the same way. But when I take care of my physical appearance and I look my best, I am more confident, and I can step out into the world with my best foot forward, and I feel more confident enough to talk to people, to introduce myself to people, give my cards out because I'm an esthetician. I'm always looking for new clients. It makes it easier for me to be social and put my best foot forward, stepping out into the world as the person that I know I am. There's people like my mom. She's a very confident person, but she's not like a makeup, nails type of person. Like she's like, let me do my hair and I'm cool, And that's what makes her feel confident. But you need to take care of your physical appearance and your physical health in the way that best suits you. Like do what makes you feel healthy and confident and ready to take on the world. Like if you want to step into the world as the person you want to be. There's times where I don't look like this every day. Like I don't put that much effort into my appearance every day. But let's say there's a day where I'm walking out, rushing in the morning to take my kids to daycare, and I'm still in my night clothes with a little hoodie on, my little slides and stuff. Not like I'm sitting out like, oh my God, nobody can look at me. Like I just can't see nobody. Like it's not like that. It's not like I'm like devastated that I look that way. But I don't feel as though I'm putting my best foot forward. I'm not like, hey, here's my card. I'm an esthetician. Like, you want to come get a wax by me? Like, no, I'm not going to do that. But that's because I don't feel my best. So take care of yourself and step out into the world that in a way that makes you feel your best, so that you can be like the most confident, authentic you that you can be. If that's wearing hoodies and sweats with your hair done and some lip gloss, do that. If it's like doing your hair and wearing a cute outfit with a little bag, some jewelry, do that. If you want to sit up and dress, do whatever makes you feel comfortable, but put your best foot forward. All right. This next one is super important too, because as much as we want to take care of our bodies, we also want to take care of our mind. And that is to learn and try new things. I am always trying to learn new things, whether it's like reading audiobooks or physical books, or learning from other people, watching YouTube videos or TikToks. Like I'm always wanting to learn something or try something new. Even with like quitting my job to like work for myself, like it was so scary. It's still scary sometimes. Like it's a slow season. There, your weeks are unpredictable, but it's okay. And I would have never known that if I didn't try. You know what I mean? And so like learning something new, whether it's like a new language. Okay, sorry, I had to answer the door, but learning something new, whether it's a new language or, a new hobby, a new skill, like learning to film, how to edit, how to wax, how to, make music, how to like just learning something, how to start a business, how to, fix a car, anything, just expanding your mind, learning something new, trying new things. I feel like that really expands your portfolio of things you can do, expands your skill set, and it just like helps you to be more diverse. Like there's nothing negative about learning something new. Like if you learn something new, it's always going to be a win. It's always a positive thing. So try it. Now, the next thing is you should definitely consider taking up new hobbies. hobbies definitely give us something to do with our time that's productive. So like even if it's not like something you do for fun, having a hobby just gives you something to do for yourself. Let's say like you like to crochet, you can make things, you can sell them, you can make them for yourself, for your friends and family. Um, I don't know, what's something else? Skating, that's taking care of your physical well-being, but also like doing something fun, making YouTube videos that could eventually like be something that you use as a hobby or a career, but like it gives you something to do. Just like having a hobby or things that like is for you, something of your own. Like for myself, most of my time gets consumed with like kids and working, like cleaning, cooking, like homemaking and stuff. So having a hobby like YouTube is so great because it's like something I do for me. Like I do YouTube because I want to do it. That's something I do alone without my kids, without, you know, a significant other or anything. Like that's just something I do for me. So I think that's super good because everybody needs something that they do for them. You know what I mean? Like it's your thing. And a hobby is great. And there's so many things you could do as a hobby, like YouTube, crochet, skating, drawing, singing, karaoke, you know. Um, I don't know, like whatever it is you like to do. Gaming, a lot of people love gaming, streaming. Anything you can do like for yourself is always a win too because you need those things. It gives you a sense of identity. Like I remember there was this point in time where people were like, what do you do for fun? And I had nothing to say other than like hanging out with my kids. And there's nothing wrong with hanging out with my kids, but I had nothing about myself that was me. Like I didn't even know what I wanted to do if I had no kids. Like if my kids were gone, I literally sit at home and watch TV and that's it. Like not that there's anything wrong with watching TV, but I had nothing else to do because I didn't even know what I liked to do. You know, having a hobby will definitely help you understand yourself more and know what it is you like. Like, what do I like to do? What do I enjoy? What is fun to me? So now this one is so important, and that is to let go of what is not for you. And that is also a very broad thing, but it's very, very relevant to everybody. And whether that's like a person that's no good for you anymore, or like things that you're like possessions you're holding on to that like are just cluttering your space and taking up space, whether it's like social media, people on social media, friends, you know, a relationship, family, anything that is no longer for you. And I feel like we all kind of know when something is not for us anymore or when something is bad for us, and we'll hold on to those things because we're scared of change or because we're scared to let go or we're scared to miss that person or miss those things. And sometimes it's like it's only hindering you from growth if you're not letting go of the things that are not for you. And God cannot give you what is for you if you're holding on to what's not for you. For example, it's not always about relationships, but let's say like you're with someone in the relationship you just know is not for you. It doesn't have to be abusive, it doesn't have to be toxic. You just know it's not for you anymore, or or it could be abusive or toxic and you just can't let go of it, or whatever the circumstance is. God cannot send you the person that is for you if you're still holding on to the person who's not for you. And it doesn't have to be immediate. It's not like as soon as you break up with this person, God's gonna send this one in. Like most of the time we have to spend time by ourselves to understand why that wasn't for us and what it is we will and will not accept the next time around. But we can't even get to that point if we're holding on to what's not for us. Or even if it's just like possessions. Like sometimes it's like time to let go and we just can't do it. And the right things, we can't attract the right things for us if we're holding on to the wrong things for us. And I know it's like so hard. Sometimes it's really hard to let things go because we're such creatures of habit and familiarity. And once we're comfortable with things, it's hard to willingly let yourself be uncomfortable. And that's just the truth. Me, I'm very susceptible to holding on to what is convenient for me, what is familiar to me, what is comfortable for me. And that's something I'm trying to break away from and be okay with the unknown and be okay with unfamiliarity, being uncomfortable, and just knowing like God is going to take care of me. He's not going to put onto me more than I can bear, and he's not going to lead me so far just to leave me there. You know what I mean? Like if I put in my work, he's going to put in his. He's not going to lead you astray. So sometimes it's like you have to have faith and trust in God so that he can guide you to where it is you're supposed to be. But he can't guide you if you won't listen to him. And so a lot of times God will tell us like, this is not for you anymore. And we think we know what's best, or we feel like we can figure it out. But it doesn't work like that. We have to get uncomfortable sometimes and get rid of what is not for us so that we can make room and attract the things that are for us. That being said, that leads into my last tip, which is developing and growing your faith in whatever religion or belief system you have, whether it's, Jesus, God, Allah, the universe, whatever. Growing your faith will definitely help you go so far because it gives you something to believe in and it gives you something to rest your heart in. So like me, I'm a very big worrier. I worry about a lot of things. I cannot help it. I just naturally worry. I go through a lot of things, and I don't think I would get through as much as I do if it wasn't for my belief in the Lord. And that is because I know that I can pray about whatever it is I'm going through, and the Lord, even if he doesn't fix the situation immediately, he will bring me peace. And there's been times where I'm on the brink of like a freaking panic attack, and just through prayer, like I know like God has me, he has not let go of me, and he will grant me that peace because I asked for it. You know what I mean? And they say you have not because you ask not. In the Bible it says that, but it's like if you ask God for peace, he'll give you peace. If you ask God for comfort, he will give you comfort. You know what I mean? Like having a strong faith system, and this is just my personal opinion, will help you go so far, because I don't think that I could make it in life without the Lord. And that's just me, because the Lord is so good and faithful to me, and there's been so many times where he has revealed himself to me in ways that, it's like he's really speaking to me. And I know everybody has their own belief system, and I'm not saying anyone's is wrong, but I know God is out there, and I know that he takes care of me. So developing my faith and becoming closer to him has helped me get to the point where even if it's like I'm not the richest person in the world, but I have everything I need, there's times where we all go through struggle. Like there's been times where I did not know how I was going to pay my bills, how I was going to feed my kids. And I've never gone without. Like I've never gone without. And there's so many times where I literally was like, I don't know how I'm going to work this out. But then like, even just then, it's like, I'm saying, I don't know how I'm going to work this out, but it's not for me to work out, Like I'll pray about things, and of course I still go to work. I do what I'm supposed to do, but the Lord has always made a way for things to happen for me. Or even if it's not like physical, like even it's like if I have questions or I doubt myself or question myself, like the Lord always comes through to bring me peace. So I don't know, I encourage everybody to have a good belief system, whatever it is that you believe in, so that you can rest your heart in that, and you can have faith that things will be okay for you. All right guys, that is all I have for this video. Hopefully these tips help you to become the best version of yourself in 2023. Happy New Year, guys. I am so excited for this year and what this year has for me and for you, and what this year will bring for all of us, honestly. I don't know, I'm going to be using these tips. Y'all try using these tips, and then maybe at the end of the year, y'all could come back and like, I could make like a video or something where y'all could tell me if these things helped you, or if like, I don't know, like a little update video, because I'm going to have to do one for you guys. So if that's something that you're interested in, or you just want to check out my other videos, make sure to hit the bell notification button so that you are notified every time I post something new. And make sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button so that you can join my little family. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.